D'accord. Ok, 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 ok. Vous y avoir. Me maman, ajo, maman, akwa baby, me na nyumere de baba kosem jume de history 101 so. Said the munim na da aye yo no no. Me de na na Kyidomhene na me ni menua kwaku ansa. Ena ni ye di mpu ni mpu. A ye de abakosem jume de history 101. De ebremo. Na ene enkomo a ye die. Na ye bubu ho ne abese ho ne se hwan ene uwia no. Hwan ni uwia no ewo a Christopher Bible. Se sabio wo ye obi a wonam nananom kwan so. Se wo ye obi a wonam nananom kwan so. Se wo ye obi a wonam nananom kwan so a bigidi se uwia ne de wonim se de uwia no etie. Ene uwia no tumi a ewo uwia nim. As a matter of fact, na me ka kire me see uwia no disinfectant. Wo petumi a and as some of the properties in the sun and fast way wia ni mu a ewia no disinfectant yinka odi ase yinka enti won se memfa ne se wo dem Obapa Gladys Entry Sandra Otin ene Kingsley Otobi Barbara Emefa Glesu Barbara mi mete won ka che me pa che won ho ye de na Tom B me mo bibia adwo bibia kwa abase enne no mwanya bre na yehia edi enkomo eninti se wuhunu se ebi a wo dem enka aba wo dem a mpanisi biebie wo dan no nemframa emfa ho nti wo biebie windows ne to ho na emframa ene awia no ebomu a wo be se enka kro no a ewo dem ho no na enka no eko empu se akwada wo pedwo so akwada wo dwonso gu kete so se wo dwonso gu kete ne so a kete no ye mani yi be hata awia mu awia ne boso a ebiba koduru se onwunu bedwo no wodi ase ebiba koduru se onwunu ebedwo no na ebiba koduru se onwunu bedwo no na wo behunu se niema no a na wo behunu se niema no a Johnson no ewo atade ni mana se ntoma nim no ana sabio kete nim no na enka ni nyina ye dey efri mu oti ase enti awia no ewo eniema bibra eye ma ye enti ene no ye hia no yedi owia ne ho nkomo na ye busa ne ya pe ho anu yie se ye kɔ twere no mu a ne enti ene nipa bi no mo enti wo mo ho ase na wo madane bronsam nipa na wo madane sebio Jesus Christ ensu enipa ana say the son of God no enipa no yadomu asuko na ye hunu ya fa ne pomasi bre wote ase okay all right enti yenko mo so ana se de ye no ne da no yemfa enkomo ni bi emfiafia ho yemfa enkomo ni bi emfiafia ho na yehwa de bi minim se ye started the ascension ehon komo any the journey to the ascension, and I said the ascended realm no. Minim say no what ho ase. Na wahunu say wobetimi ascend dia. You have to stay within the heart center. Na you vibrate from the heart. Na che say obi bia wo be you bia no what the odo. What you say what the odo. Any entiase. Any kroye. What you say na wo de yes ade no. Eni nti no se wa de no a wo ye udwuma no a wo die no. Se ehan kra beto so a enya ade a ebo hu. If it's a wunim say o ye na akoma pam wo ti ase wo ye e wo odo kwan so. Yan hwa ade bi e wunim say every 26,000 years bia. Every 26,000 years bia no. Ye wo bibia ye friend no ascension cycle. What you say? And I say, spiritual journey. What do I say? Every 26,000 years, be as I did American. It happen. What you say? Na eno na yedi ascension hum komo na no make say this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Enunti ena wa incarnate and I say wa reincarnate onto this physical realm. So once you want to be a part, o person will partake, once o person will do hu jimu bi, once o person will witness it. Say ahunhum and I say okra accord to their lowest point. Their lowest point. Now almost arising in consciousness into another realm. Now you can the ascension cycle. It will move in phases, which is 4 phases. What you say? Which is 4 phases, and I say which are 4 phases. Now, phase 1 no. The phase 1 no, and I said the first stage no. The stage now your friend no. The golden age. The golden age. Enti what is said, ne said the Atlantis. One would say Europeans ne were brave or more friend a golden age. And the European golden age ne a brave or no more say war move free. You soon Abakania Mutia said they are from the dark ages. And the dark ages of the European history, ne say Sabreno, they were governed or they were ruled by a set of religious leaders and as a religious laws. During the time of the European Dark Ages, no, one would say the genesis of science and Kasanene say, abodie mu hwehwemu. What I say? Enti uye hwehwemu a, ebia in your early stages, no, you may be wrong with your assumptions. Enti ansa na wo to aso a wo kwa wo ye hwehwemu no na niema no dead di uti ase na ani ye clear ma na wo ti asem na si sa ni sua de. And enti what during the European Dark Ages no nipa binum ti se Galileo Galilei nom project se wo mo de my telescope ahwewiem ehunu say abodie mu niema no nkurunkuru a eninti earth round. O dey say earth ni ka say earth round a eno nkyere say earth say ball no say dey kan no ye be say e kire say round as in a flat plane a encircled. O dey say encircled by the ice wall no etwa ho kanku ahia. It is just earth near a ball. But the person in a spiritual aspect, na se wo share the vibration, wo share the two polarities, the north and the south, no. Na air spinning at clockwise and counterclockwise. What you say, the yin and the yang, the negative and the positive, a rotating clockwise and anti-clockwise. na I created this physical plane na ma yen dia e ka obeka say global. Well, that is how the earth met here. Well, enti nipa binum ti say Galileo mu hunu saa de no. Asori no which asori no a ene nipa bebredi omo ho ato so a wo ka asori na asem anu omo di buei ene ye pese ekonya asori no etu anamon ema abrante no house arrest. What do say house arrest say owura ade na huni nyame asem eba bedi asie. What do say ade na huni nyame asem eba bedi asie. Nyankopon asem se na asase ne da hot da o se me so ha se na me twedi kosi itire na me so ana me twi kosi itire. Ona ade na wo de o se ye kanko. What do say nti omo man house arrest. It then na ye suppressing knowledge. What I say, and a knowledge and a lead to enlightenment, which is the inner light. What I say, aha, eriti weni nyina no, enkomo weni nyina no. Kwajo yourself, what any Obapa Teresa Collins, me mamu adwo makwa bagod. What I say nti weni nyina no, tie down. Ni nyina no koye enkomo no na ye enkomo ni nyina ye because isisi ani pepepe eye owia no ani esum no oti ase ani ni dwuma edie na sekere en de igina homa oti ase eno ho nkomo ani edie eti eye nimde ene nipa nam so eko ehan mu si obi ni nimde a yesi nipa ni tisum mu. You are in darkness. Awo de oda so tisum mu. Wininim die no. What I say, so you are keeping me. What I say, ayana brofu wakasa bi you have kept me in the dark. Just a one fa asem one can asem no anchele no one open up to the person. One man nipa no hunu asem no de eko. Enti no I say in that phrase no they say you have kept me in the dark. Not just a one mami nim die no you have not given me the knowledge of what is happening. Enti you have kept me in dark. Into darkness. What I say means the lack of knowledge. And the lack of knowledge, my people perish. Anything in Africa, no more friend a dark continent. I'm friend Africa dark continent, not because yeti Africa ye tuntuntia. I'm friend a dark continent because they know deep down say nimdieno enam so ebeme nipa abahan mu no nimde na yere bi before. We are still in darkness because we are still grappled with religion. Tam $58 million. See di kusia sorry na ko tu amana donko $58 million. Properties are ye bubugu ye enmayo. The passport office. Judges bungalows. Ye dwirigu ye mayo. So value. Properties are ye dwirigu ya. Eno ho asemo mayo. Asase no ankasa no ne value enmayo. We Shraj aye hwehwemu se asofo no a edi animu ebo tie ebo kasok se nyame na yi achrom se yensi asore dan no Shraj se yen prosecute omo no omo diska omo ye corrupt. Would you say it for Africa the dark continent? It is not because ye skin no ye dark. It is because we lack knowledge. Ubi a wayire bi otisum. What did I mention say? Richard Amwako. Wonwo enti the first age no is the golden age. In the golden age, a bra civilization conscious. Say womu ye connected to the prime creator. There's no separation between the self and the creator. That is the golden age. Intuition Atlantis. Atlantis was the golden age of earth, anase Kaya, anase Gaia. Atlantis, the Atlantis, it was almost all these continents, had this A thing. America, Asia, Africa, what you say? Because Atlantis was the headquarters, and I say the powerhouse of the civilization, the great civilization, ebinsi earth to be no. Let nobody lie to you. Memo be another will say, ye will go the age mu because ye will internet, because Elon Musk mu ye drone a enko baby a drone na enko baby ano. Drone etuko hin. Chiakai. They know, say, so person will call massa. Person will call massa, say, so breaking the ice caps. There are tunnels. What I say? There are tunnels. A 200 igigis no omu use the buy. They are the rulers, the controllers. The ruling family. A omu family na still omu control near mo. Na wanka wa ubejemu. Wane be pamu. Na una neja otumia. Oya say himfo no na omo na neja omutumi na omo adwon omo ho. E na omutumi no obi akwaje na obi eso omo be mamu no ode junso. We mu de gase. What I say? Enti won se wo nananom na tumi ni bedi wo mo nsa after the fall of Atlantis. Na nimde ne wo mo nsam no a. Wo mo ankurakura nimde ni yie no. Wahu. The black elite no. Wahu enti the golden age no. Sabre ni eye bra. Enipa enim. Say wonu ani nyankopon. There's no separation between wonu any nyankopon. Nipa nim say ni nipadua no any nyankopon storyline. Enti ejano a Christopher ne ka say there's fire burning in my soul no. That fire no. When we go into the Bible, now we have sa fire no a. Na wahunu sa fire no a ye ka ho asem no. What I say, it is during the golden age no. Enipa nyina nim say they are gods. And it's a meme a god. MFI a god. There is a Collins a god. Obia a god. Kwekwa ansa a god a. Aden na sese me di mi bu obia ni abomfia. Why would I look down upon someone? And it is a me ye bibi ma kwekwa ansa na me ye bibi ma there is a Collins a. And as a me ye bibi ma MFA glesu a. Ma ya menyame. Said the Bible ne canon. Said the wanyama union, wanyama me. And during the golden age, everyone knew. Said they were the gods. Afe de ne nipa a consciousness no limited so bafom because of the external influences. And in a nipa fall down to where the cycle where we call the silver age. And during the silver age, a nipa afedi a nipa here rituals to maintain the connection with the creator. Because a nipa fe the nipa wure free say the creator is within him. The creator is himself. Enti afa de nipa start ekumumwa, nipa start kum ni hu nipa o. Nipa start kum. Enche you see we were in those eras enche you. The Ashanti Empire no ko bantama. No mo baby o mo ye human sacrifice o. Enche you wo ko denchra. Na denchrafo no mo baby o mo ye human sacrifice o. Enche ye na wo ko North America. Na North America ni ye human sacrifice o. Enche ye na wo ko Europe na the Roman Empire no mo ye human sacrifice o. In fact, after the fall of the Roman Empire no, asori ni ba ye no na ye bo be yi wo Europe a na ye kum ye kum, they burn you at stake, ye chechire wo bodua ho na ya hyew. That was Europe, and that was the dark age, because na ya sorry na na eruli e ya sorry sem no na de abenfo camp e ba Ghana ha say no. Kantete ho no ye wu na da bi o kantete na konfo na ye de ye adwuma na woni ba yie ne hwan ye nim ba yie ne so fa so ye nim de ba yie ye de ode ne ba yie di bone ne so ye nim kwan ya ne ye de ne fa so enti ye nha ye ho nkote camp bi se mu nkote na ho na munya kwan ko ye ba yie na da nkote ye de ne kote na camp ho no ba yie no wontimi nye biem okote abenfo camp no religion abo nipa bo bibini dam sama bibini eda so te oti ase bibini da so ti sumu eti na adwene ye ne se benfo no wo pam ne kotena nwura mu dia watu ba yie na firi ne so na nya nwura mu okra na obenya ekwan adaje enya haban a ne bubefu yie kura timi ayere mo. What I say? Enti washa, we have made progress. Na ye make progress in our consciousness no. Na the dark forces ne so twe enkrofo nti one will say, as ye preach say, everything you have to do no, you have to connect within, because the creator is within yourself, because earth is moving into the golden age. The ascension period no, we are moving into the golden age where technology sebebua nipa consciousness, technology nipa nyare, enuane nipa nyare will be coming. Whilst these things yasi baby enyankopon ebo ne mpese no ho na bronsam so toto na ayi ne momone. It whilst these conversations are going on no, na nkrofo so kira wo say brani efa bibi nhye wa adwene mu, brani efa bibi nhye wani, brani efa bibi nhye enso wo nsa na obetimi dia ye say when you have all the abilities, sa abilities na wo mo se bra na ye merge a machine with human no, sa abilities ni nyina you have it. Elon Musk at a neural link a telepathy ye din komo telepathically. Wotna se a wodwene me ho a wode wa adwene call me so wode wa adwene call me so a who push those energies ni towards me no. Enye na me fa phone a me frɛ wo no, me fa phone na me frɛ wo na enye na wo se si a na ho adwene kura ba me tini mu o. The machine way. You only have to practice it. They say practice makes man perfect. So the more you practice it, no, the more na so those abilities no eba. We are in our silver age, ascending into the golden age. What you say? Until the next stage is the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age, no, a brand the creator loses itself in its creation. Enti mmerɛ bi baaya na nipa timi tena se wɔ se na Nyankopɔn kora wɛn na Nyankopɔn agya ne ma wɔ ha ɛna ɔno akɔ tena baabi na me kora na me so na me wɔ saa adwene ni bi o nkwase adwene saa o madama. What I say, because when you are so much into religion, this is what happens. They separate you from God and make you think say God no is somewhere else and a baby and a God no or yeah useless father said yeah sa irresponsible fathers neti and omo man no meja nkwada na gu baby no omo so ti baby no. But isn't how religion ama God aye. Sandra thing medase Kendrick Lamar medase se wajibe o ti ase enti that is the Bronze Age. The creator loses itself in its creation. Afei de na nipa nam no wo hwehwe nyame. Yes wo bi nim nyame na ne ho edene na nipa di akire. Apreku my daughter nyame na ne ho edene. Emre bi bedu Ghana ha ho. And gradually in nipa consciousness now, because we are getting support from the divine. It is how the universe works. Enti wo bia wo no de ne wre. Now follow the principles of the divine. No? The divine reveals itself to that person and guide the person to the light. The ti umu no eso chen de wo wiase. Oni padua no eni ni onyankopon asore dan. Onyankopon won tie dan enipa de ne nsasie mu. When you hear all these things, how do you how do you feel? Se woti se Nyankopon te dan nipa de ne nsasie mu. Na wo dware ebo powder. Tena wo ka mu. Ekotena edan nipa de ne nsasie mu se wo kwa akoso nyame a. How do you feel? Ask yourself this. The last of the 4 cycle in the golden age, and I said the ascension, the 26,000 years of ascension is what we call the dark age, and I said the iron age, and I said the Hindu friend Kali Yuga. The Kali Yuga. What I say? Sabre no eno de nipa lusu ne ho boom. What you show nyame biemu. What I say? We live in fear. What I say? Enti we yesro bibia. E maybe by na uhu ayi entefre kura na gege na uhu say anoma ade sakura na uhu petuo. Esi wuda chikura buei. What do I say? Because the consciousness, unipa consciousness, no, was so separated, was so down to the point, say, inipa rule free, say, onuni nyame no. What do I say? Now, the SCNA, what we say, a cycle. See, I can say a cycle. Anything na nanom say asase a yetisu e kurukruwa. E twa ne ho abribia e kosan besi nachi. So omo ka say kurukruwa omo mpen kire se e kurukruwa se football. Omo pese omo kire se emre ne nano ne se de wiase no eye na nnwuma ne fa no. E kanko. On se kanko twa kanko a okwa no asan ba bisi oti ase nti wi ase ne kwa the cycle repeats itself oti ase say the ubenya winter ubenya summer ubenya autumn ubenya spring and every year this cycle repeats itself nti cycle no na nanom say wi ase no e kurukuruwa because cycle means kenku ana kurukuruwa nti njata na nanom buy into that idiotic knowledge say asa ifo no dey that the nipa say we are saying ye football what you say we are saying football bi eti no ubusa o mo say ene sa na we are saying ene ehimfa na curve ne wo curvature no mo nko kire ba bi a curvature ne wo na ho no say ukodu ho a one way a ube san go out the first na me hu wi ase na magi e wi ase na tum say eye boss ano na say eti say yam pass so am pass say na da bi mo anya bibi say mpo o ti ase mo anya bibi say mpo am here hu say okay people and in fact say you can say flat plane na enye say surface ni nyina na ada wi ase people any ayinim and people any ayinim ole da me chonaze when himself during 26,000 year cycle no halfway through it no we are say go through ade na your friend no science for friend the photon belt no photon belt no a band of light photons in kania eno na wo body no eno na wo nipadua ne nso emiti bi no eno na wo nipadua nti na ya da bia me ka che so wo ye kanea no what you say because sa kanea na ewo mu no shine through the photons what you say nti we are saying so go through that photon belt no what you say na sa photon belt no go through the Palladian system. Na ewia no a pass it through what you say the central sun no a pass it through the photon light no. What I say na a shine on everything negative and everything dark. What I say nti baby akania wo no isum ni ho. Isum in this case represent evil. Anything na ya na abrofo ne drop bronsam a na o ma drop bronsam tuntum enye se won se enye se sebio abrofo ne se bibini eye bronsam ena nyankopon eye bruni o but darkness is the opposite of light. What I said, darkness is the opposite of light. Enti eye good and bad. Ona nanom no omu ni physical bronsam bia wo ba bia wo. What I say, wona nanom no omam personify bronsam. In fact, in the ancient days no omam personify bronsam. I have something here me but mami quote bibi from Gerard Massey. Gerard Massey meba. Mami quote bibi from Gerard Massey. Ewo ne studying comparative religion no. Na menkan bibi kakra was say the Hebrew devil, and in fact devil no ye nyina ye nim ba bia yekonya devil ni free ye. Yekonya devil from the Hebrew the Bible. Devil enkomo ni nyina no ekosha ase from the Genesis story. I say devil any nyankopon akọ challenge ama wakoye ku ama ku na ntimi anye successful ama ya pam no ama one ne angels aba earth. But the original story The original story from the Anunnakis no. Any say ye pam alalu. Emma one no group of Igigis, ni soldiers no, echo on the planet Mars, who later came on Earth. And when I make any 2 days, I make catch the kweku say yes, bro nyaimu. Anunnaki isem no bebreu. Etina make catch the kweku say one of these days yemfa dako ni yemfa obi ti say alalu nko ansi ho. Alalu. Oh, na ye ni alalu hu nkomo. Yen kire alalu ne ba. Nanka sese ne ba no nanka be ye the prince of earth. Won nanka wi ode asasi earth e ba be hye ne nsa. Ena anu treke no. Anu treke no. What I say? We'll go into all that. Anunnaki nsem no edoso. Enti bronsam any sane mani nyina no. Ye nya ye from the Bible. Enti Gerard Massey and Gerard Massey ye wo no 1828 ena owu 1907. Enti tete nkomo na meni wudie you 1826 na Ashanti Empire no eda so gina ne na so ana en collapse ye na en fall ye to the British. What you say? Gerard Massey say the Hebrew devil or Satan means the opponent or adversary, and the first great natural adversary recognized by primitive man was darkness. Simply darkness. The constant and eternal enemy of the light. That is, the power of darkness was literal before it became metaphorical, moral, or spiritual. Hence, darkness itself was the earliest devil or adversary, the obstructor and deluder of man, the eternal enemy of the sun. We speak of the jaws of darkness, and darkness was the vast, huge swallower of the light, night after night. We know this was identified as the primary power because the primitive or early man reckoned time by night and the years by eclipses. This mode of reckoning was first and universal. So many darks preceded so many days. The dark power is primarily in all the oldest traditions and cults of human race. Hence, sacrifice was first offered to the power of darkness. The foreword of universal mythology are there was darkness. All was dark at first within the mind, and the all was the darkness that created dread without. The influence of night, the eclipse, and the black thunder cloud being first felt. Then primitive man visibly emerges from the shadow of darkness, as deeply impressed and indelibly dyed in the mind as was his body with its natural blackness. The black man without was negroid within. The black man without was negroid within. As his reflections remain in the mirror of mythology, the darkness then in natural phenomena was the original devil that put out the light by swallowing it incessantly as the subtle enemy, the obstructor, deluder, and general adversary of man. This is from Gerard Massey. What do I say? Enti sebi ona bronsam. Before your religion, na bronsam nye nipa na bronsam nye entity bi or ti baby o na bronsam eye esum no ene enema ye de associate esum. Everything negative bia is associated to darkness. Obi a wokum nipa, obi owi ade, obi odi konkonsa, obi ofan krofo yire, obi a otia se saa niema ni nyina are associated with darkness. Obi a nakuma mute owa yemuye otia se yesi wo kane obi o manim de. How do you explain this thing to religious people? Kwajo omunyane a omba we hwehwe ye. Unua bi nyane a se wonim se wo anwane de dada. Waje ase enti wo no obegba pin wo no abusa se kwajo se abosai. Wo no wada sorry. Die na eko. Oti ase enti no obo pin wo dia na wadama. Wajibre na wachirichiri mu achire no oti no wajibre no wachirichiri mu achire no kama odo kwan so nya bufuo kwan so oti good. What we say in all these things no, would they share the ancient Egyptians mythology? What we say se wo share Akkad, and I said the Akkadian Yina. The first devil bronsam. No yoba. And now we're friend the dragon of darkness. What you say? Nani di Tiamat. In the Akkadian mythology. Woba in the Egyptian mythology. Wobeba benya ubi tise Set. What I say? And Set no anase Set no en ebeye Satan anase Shaitan. Enti Set no ne ma anase ne offspring ono na sefuo bi ne Anubis ene Wapwawet. What I say? Subek ene Magumu. What I say? Ena wono enti Set no ena Greeks no ebe fa no almost koye no Typhon. What I say in the Greek mythology no the devil is Typhon. In the Egyptian mythology no Set onye nipa. Set represent chaos. What I say destruction. What I say, that is what Set represent, and that is what evil represent. Wahu. Inti kania any sum no. Kania no represent goodness. I'll say the goodness and so representing Yankopon. Ena esum no bone. Any edi esum no represent bronsam. But when nyina no nipa su. When nyina the oscillation, the different polarities. What you say, the negative and the positive sides, the yin and the yang of the human being. And I say how of how the universe operates. Sabio ukoye fua asase no ukwa inua sisi so enwura wo so enua no esisi so no enka adepa o but esan se wo ba be yefuo ni nti utwetwe enwura ni nyina agu do ubu nua ni nyina agu uwia na wasa digya asan hye asase no eja ye de cause distraction. But after you have to destroy to rebirth. Enti after ya hye asase no a ye digya ahye asase no ubehun sa fe de menkan ni niema epiepie fra asase ni mu ba. Wahu enti sa dark side no anase sa negative yi no na ya de a eya de po enti wo nananom they didn't personify it. Womo ankasa bronsam titi baby a ye kwa akɔfa sekan akɔ akɔtwitwa no ye kɔ bonituo pay tetia ne so ye come okay ye ni bo ni ye ni say. I mean what? Na sabi o de fa ne se ka bronsam oye nipa. Edika wo de wanu fu saa na wo de ko ka utuo ni wen. Ka de wanu na ebonituo pay. What I say? Na sabi o sa me kura mi begyina wani ma ukura tu a ubenya kokoduru ato. Wo a ugina we akokɔ kura ye kase kuna na we na ubibi ye wo akokɔ mpo. Ba ya ye wa adwene say ya ma wo fi say broza Polituo pay. Na entities no and I say entities no are operating on their dark side. Which I say entities now are operating on their dark side. And now operating on the dark side now. And think I don't get back from evil ones. Now I say evil entities. Now I say negative entities no. Say susuan pa say baku trinity pia sorry dem one. Etin ka bonituo pay for nka bet me abonituo pay. Mo ye sure. Uhu akura uhu ana wudwane. Uhu ko bobru sam tuo pay. What I say? Okay, yanko Christopher Bible nim. Yanko the Christian Bible no. Na yen share the Bible ne so efa ewia ne ho. Darkness and light, what you say? What it represent? Kanian what it represent in the Bible. Na ene yemfa esom ne nyeden. Emra ewie. Se kwaku ye 40 minutes. Oh 53 kra. See ya bia ye. Se wo fa Christopher Bible no na wo bie baby ti say John 8:12. John 8:12 can see me main can was say when Jesus spoke again to the people he said it when Jesus never say he was say I am the light of the world. I am the light of the world. Enti say Yesu ka Bible no the Bible yi pese kira ne say na Yesu eni nipa kasa. Ena woni nipa kasa no wo ka kire wo mo se me ni ewiase kanea no me ni ewiase kanea no medical ka kire o se Bible no eye sekan nufanu eni mutwa ekiritwa eye esoteric and esoteric. It can be physical, it has a physical meaning and a spiritual meaning. It is the physical meaning it says Jesus Christ is a mini ewiase kanea no a sebio empani se kwasia onim hwe kura no doko na eto ahye onim sa ben oti ase kwasia nim hwe kura no doko no eto ahye onim sa ben sebio wunim nimde a wabon a wonim hwe kura no ewiase kanea ne no ne de physically kanea ben na edumu a esum eduru wiase. What you say? Kanea ben is the sun. Is the sun. Owiano edumu a sesi ameni wo ka sesi a ye di nkomo ya se me abo ekwa akobo 80. Upi abonte a unhu awia no. Se wan so wo fie ho kanea no a esum na eduru wo no. Enti se obi ka se mini ewiase kanea. Bepacho kanea ben wo ka ho asemi. That's the sun. Now what they call the spiritual aspect na se Yesu ka se mini ewiase kanea no a de wo pese wo kire ne se me the source no a me de enlightenment me teachings no en kire no a me de ba no eno na de enlightenment no ebrel. Enlightenment no eno na lead you to find the inner light. Kanea no as ewo mu no a unhunu ye dan unhunu se de tie no. What I say? Sa nimdie no ena wonam enkyerɛkyerɛ ne so. What I say? Jesus Christ ka se mene iwiase kanea no. Sa no opache di se who follow the teachings, the true teachings of Jesus Christ in the Bible. Wan kase kogina asori dem koye kribaba. The teachings ni nyina no center around say go within yourself. Anything that Jesus Christ of all the ages ewo wiase nyina no at the age of 33 no wuye. Of all the places ewo Jerusalem yebetimi akwakobo na senuam no. The Golgotha ene ekobo na senuam, which means the place of the skull. Ewo skull nim ena pineal gland no ewo. What I say? Of all the places ye born na senuam no enke nipa bebre ni nke betimi aku omo enso nipa mienu pe. Ene ye bo wo ma senuam kan Jesus Christ ho. Yesa yamfa Jesus Christ anko gina anko toso miensa. Jesus Christ is your mumfinfin. What I say? Because the third eye, and I said the consciousness, the Christ consciousness, rising through the Kundalini serpent, goes through between the left and the right hemisphere of the brain. Is the what I say? The combination of it creates the cross. What I say? The merging of the right and the left hemisphere creates the cross on which Christ was crucified. Kadek lava. What I say? Enti Sabio niema bi wo wa. But it's okay. It's okay. Said ye Bible ne kan obron sam no oba ye be wia esu obekum no asai. Amane sa enye ye. Anything I always tell you say ye nuanma Christopher, we have to embrace them with love. Wudi wo mo hyehyɛ achi. Wudi wo mo anu achi a. What you say? Wudi wo mo anu achi a. Any the arrogance na wo mo wo na wo mo feel so wo mo na yi wo mo kwa ni nyame ma. Na ye ni nyame no wo de wo ye nyame ba. Eti da do na we Christo ni video ko. He na o si ntina 90 wonyi Jesus Christ ni. Ena se debi o. Minim no. No say what me ho adwiri mi o. Ena so de yenhwe ni say you. Yenfa ni say Jesus Christ wo ye nipa o ye Nyankopon ba obae. Ena ono sisi no opese ukọ ne papa ho a aje wo be fa ne ho wa bie office chief of staff. Ukọ president wa aje wo fa ne ho. Ba me zo president me yonko a me ne ko nakra na. Me ni hia eye kala spy. Efa eye niema. Edi no me fa wo ho. Me fa wo ho. Why? Fa wo office ho. Fa wo chief of staff role no. Me ne o papa edi nkita ho direct. O dey say because o papa me fie nim no ote. Okokoko anajo be ba beda. Officer na ho na me ba na wo ye gaga akire me a. Yesi oni akokọ da ye mpene da bre. Dan a o papa ba beda, o papa lives within me. Timi me fa ho eton. Ye ko ye nim ni en kan bibi from John 9:5. John 9:5. Jesus Christ say, while I am in the world, mi wo wi asimu. I am the light of the world. Mi wo wi asimu. Mini wiase kanea. Ebiem two things. The physical light and the light, the enlightenment, the knowledge that leads to the inner light, the enlightenment. Enlightenment. In light. What do I say? Yenko Matthew, Nienkai Matthew 4:16. Matthew 4:16 said, the people living in darkness have seen a great light. On those living in the land of the shadow of death, a light has dawned. That light is the sun. And did you no? Oba kanea mu. Na sa kanea no ye den. Uwia no. Eti Jesus Christ no is the Son of God no. Jesus Christ is the Son no. It's not S-U-N. It's the S-U-N. Yenko kan Matthew 17:2. Was say Matthew ena describe Yesu. Actually we no say his face shone like the sun, and his clothes became as white as the light. Asina na nim no ehire se uwia. Nti kwasi broni say when the animal quacks like a duck, swims like a duck, flies like a duck, then definitely it's a duck. Na nim hire se uwia. Na ho fasuo no na taade no ete se kanea. Enti nanim ne te se wia no na na taade ete se awia ne kanea no. Onye wia, oye de. What do I say? Yen kan John 1:3-8. Emu wakakra ma men kan ententem. Through him all things were made. Without him, nothing was made that has been made. Phew. Without the sun, nothing lives, nothing survives. Unia, ewiano edum for 1 minute. Edum for 1 minute. Ewiasi nyina na yetini nyina bedane ice. Ebe freeze say sum. What was that in Europe? Ewiane kura daso. Na snow na omo winter mu a. Ensuo hie kura wotuko wiem say ya. Na adane ice. Ewiane kura daso nu. Ye de yete ewiana se direct. 18 na affecting them. What was say? This again brings me to something we are debiame catcher or say. Sasem no mu catcher or say yen usha world map na o my azam map na o my no usha Africa ye war down na Europe any America e war top no sasem ne nye no kre se sa na ti a ewiane wo ye nyina ye top ewiane wo ye nyina ye top se Europe any America e war top e chen ya e yo mu na se so mo enjoy ewiane more. What did I make sure I say? A woman as so more enjoy a wiane more. And not the other way around. But almost see a wiasini trasi because they always want to be on top. There be a woman a wasro. Psychologically to share a woman a wasro. By ye na yenim, one more tear wianasi. Yeni a wianasi for. Eboye so hye mu akoile ye nwi no heat no aka nwi no amenwi na coil. What I say? And was say through him nothing was made that has been made. In him was life, and that life was the light of men. Sabio, without the sun there will be no life on earth. Everything will die. Enuani bewu. Oti ase enuani ni nwura ni wu a. Emoa ni nya duane ni. Timini umienu we will starve. We will die. What did I mention I say? Was see the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness has not overcome it. What I say? We all know say we are not na a remove darkness no. We are not pe ene ba isumni dwane kote. There came a man who was sent from God. His name was John. He, John, came as a witness to testify concerning that light, so that through him all men might believe. He, John himself, was not the light. He came only as a witness to the light, the true light that gives light to every man was coming into the world. And the true light is the knowledge. The true knowledge noa. And Jesus Christ by in the Bible noa. Enunti himfo. Religious leaders and penifo air control we assess our time no. Eka wa mutambo mu say hey o ba beti ni penny. Yinkunim free ho. That is the physical essence of the story. Yinkunim free ho. Said en can me kanchira wo say. Enuane no ayede ma wudie no. TV no a wo hwe no. Enyum no a wo tie no. Enframa no a wo humi ni nyina na ye dey pollute. They would choose no ye dey lower vibration because they don't want you to ascend into higher realms. One more that woni ma dey bia me hu. Sana was a wo hwe wie mu a utimi hu sa star bi atu. Omo say obi star. Hey, a spacecraft. A craft. And yes, star be an etu akoto he. Etu ye ne koto he. There be a star etu. Star be etu. Star ni bi tu koto baby mo mu nkotwa mekire ye se. Star ni tu free firmament nim no. Baby akoto ni enti star kra se ne tie. We all know say these stars. Bible they say they are fixed in the firmament. But said ye be yira wa adwene na wa adwene aye okesene ni nti these bees moving and moving around omu play omu craft o koba uzu chi de o ti wo play mu ko ba bi obi atwi ni de koba ewi ase ne nyonkwa na wa ha nyonkwa na ya bo nyonkwa de a ti onu zu twi o ko ne ba bi. But omu mpese omu be mu ate ho ase say you are not alone. Enti mensuro. Enti esase ye di hu abehye omu ni nti. Ene ye mpa sem bi nka nkyira we nto wasum na hu a wa adwene ankoso say enkrofo ni bi ni yana. What do I say? Mame enti mame nkan John 3 when John Mukran John Wadodo. Okay, John 3:19-20 no. Okay, so this is the verdict. The light has come into the world, but men love darkness. Kania na be wiase, but ne nipa pesum. Or is it naturally? A nipa folly, a nipa pebone. And a knowledge and a taking nipa out of darkness. So, sabi obo near ye so enim de. And then na ka se me ba be kire wade bi a ekwan ya abrofo ne fa so a omunya omunim de ni nyina. I found out. Mehu. Machi wo mu se dwi. What we say all of a sudden technological boom and advancement ni nyina no started from Germany. We are the first car. Germany. Na me kire o de Germans ne ye. Germans ni pe enkrofo a omo ye spiritually connected. And the German government ni na ye yo. Omo ye spiritually connected. And they project astrally and talk to beings. And these beings, give them the knowledge. To almost sorry from the trance now. Then they tell the scientists, and they do it and it works. After the Second World War, Germany fall away. Sankrofono, sa scientists, Sankrofono, and America. Esua omunyina bigu America. The America be great, America be great, America be great. No. There's a spiritual side. Sa niema nu bi. Sa nimdie ni bi. No obri konfo kwaji aba. And yes, there be obri konfo be too powerful than the ruler of the empire. Or the hospital, obey hospital. Hospital, now with the equipment, obey equipment. Obey them. Munkane chie. What do you say? Enti na me kachira said the word invention in itself, no. The word invention in itself, no. It means nothing. It means to say a discovery. Adie ne wo hoda da na uko discover. Which I said there is nothing new under the sun. Bibi fufuro bi ani ho. Oh, the adwene bi ba otrim na wa anye ne ntemu a. These ideas, they float in the air. You can't see with your eyes. It's the mind that grabs it, a code. So the mind picks up this code and translates it. What you say? The brain, and that is how it works. It breaks it down. Intubens are idea ni ba utrim no. Went to one amono. 2-3 months ubens will be ye. Osi we are me. We are way. Eodia. Umiao. Idea and nyodia. They float in the air. What do I say? Well, see a bit me up on. 1 hour 30 minutes. 13. Then I put 2 minutes and wrap it up. Then 1 hour 15 minutes. What do I say? NT say Old Testament nim krana. Na se o pese hunu say there's no difference between Uriano and the creator. Now Uriano is connected to the creator. And anything Uriano powers everything on earth. So what kind of book be to said Psalm 84:11 or say the Lord God is a son. The book of Psalms there one fan wada. One fast semno and wada. Psalms 84:11 or say the Lord God is a son. What you say? Deuteronomy 4:24 was said, for the Lord your God is a consuming fire. The Lord your God is a consuming fire. Wunyankopon we wo jatana ewiani wo jatana ojo eshishi papa. What you say? Malachi 4:2 was said the son of righteousness. The son, and S-O-N-O, S-U-N. The son of righteousness. Uwiano no. Tina me catch us say ya to uwiano. Bask in the sun. Talk to the sun. When you are watching the sun, when you are sun gazing, communicate with the sun. Kasa chira uwiano. Can we hear them chira uwiano? Kachira uwiano say me. I'm connected to you. What you say? Obo me ho ban. Enti wo hyerɛn to me so a bibia ni ho ehia me wo mabrabo. Di ehia me bia me nsaka. It's how you connect to the sun. You name mpaboa Moses. You name mpaboa. Ni jano no wabegyina nim, the consuming fire. Fani nia grossa. Wede me chona se. Mididi na Kyidomhene. Dwumadi eya abakosem o. Ensem hinta. Enam ni uhia ni yedie. Oti ase knowledge of the past, knowledge of the ancient. Na no na ebinum se na na ya na faye egrankai Ashanti Empire na Ashanti Empire unkomo de. Wede say Paul Amone na na mamuna. Oti ase they say what is the 16th century, 15th century, 14th, what is the 17th century in commodity? Enra. Oh, but I no crebi and I na the ya was am community I na me person so and say the victimization in there yina ya ni nipa bi personalization out as oh can no kra no. And no kra ni nyina ne say asantefo no mo ye denkyerafo before omba be ya asante no mo ye denkyerafo. The first coup d'etat is see what yasasi so was done by a group of chiefs no omo forming the Ashanti Empire. What you say? Sabio intim jakari. Na nya say intim jakari no onim say e pokese na o mabọ ne sao. Ni nyina ne say there was a rebellion from some of the chiefs. Ye form me Ashanti Empire no say ehimfo ne enkronkro ni be na obi atua tax. Afi so obi a wo tax a wo de bakonwa no. What I say? Entim jakari bre no wo beye wo no ye too vicious. What I say? Enti be ma ehimfo ni bebre edwa no. No omu ka omu tambo omu se ne sa na te dia omu beye ku atu no. Ono wote ye no no free say min overall boss enti no mi ko na makwa ko discipline wo mu mi kwa ko discipline ehimfo na na nkro na wo mu oti ase wo mu rebel no ndu o man na sra dom so e ba afeyi ase e be ball ne man wo feyi ase. Oti ase eti lumba ka se therefore homa ene ye de be yere otwene no intim jakari ne wedie no wo mu yiye. Oti ase wo mu yiye e na wo de aye twene a wo komampo mbom no therefore homa only therefore no. Oti ase na kwaku yemfa bibia nsia midindi na Kyidomhene biem dwumadi abakose minu akwaku ansa ne say na daagye aba betina epono na chi achinchin bibia medi usi ha eda ya wada si eda so tiatiasefo asase yiso na yen shift here to a different dimension where you can't see us with your two physical eyes. Ye besa ahia ewo pono ya so na wodi wani kurotwa awisia ehu yen ne adi nkomo afa abakosem ho medi usi ha no makra. Bye bye. Sebastian Mafu, mais au Sodian là-bas. Et je l'oublie bien. Samo, I'm just, yes.